Hello, Las Vegas. Hello, CES 2016. It is the final day of the show here in Las Vegas. It's been a very good show.
Yes.
Yes. So we're feeling good. We're obviously looking good. I am Michael Gorman, the editor-in-chief of Engadget, and joining me on stage, as we have every morning this week. Also, we'll get to that in a second. Terrence's mic isn't working, but first, let's talk to Christopher Trout, the executive editor. How are you, Christopher?
I'm pretty good. I'm really feeling myself today.
I can tell. I can tell. You're usually feeling yourself, but there's an extra, there's a little extra feel.
Saturday.
Yeah.
And I didn't get as drunk as I might have wanted to last night,
Yeah.
which is why we brought the champagne to the show.
That's right. I mean, is it time to pop the celebratory champagne, or
What do
should
y'all
we?
say?
Why would we wait any longer?
All right, let's do this.
Someone's having Saturday brunch somewhere,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
And
not
while
us,
while we watch
someone.
Christopher pop the bubbly, I would like all of you to say hello to managing editor Terrence O'Brien. Terrence, how are you today?
I am excellent.
Yeah. Feeling good.
Yeah, now that the show's over, I'm pretty happy. Well, over-ish.
Yeah.
Most of the stress is gone.
That's right.
Now it's time to unwind, drink a little champagne, a little bubbly.
Sit back and reflect on the magic that has been CES 2016.
Yep.
All right, we'll get to that in a second. Lastly, Dana Woolman, managing editor.
Hello.
You bring the magic to the stage every day, Dana, and I appreciate you for that. Even though you're feeling a little under the weather.
I'm a little low energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
We'll change that.
Yeah.
A couple of glasses of champagne, you'll be running circles around us. It's cool.
All right.
Can we actually get Dana drunk on the stage? Can that be a thing?
It sounds like a challenge. Cheers, everyone.
All right.
Hey,
Happy
guys.
CES.
Cheers to the end of days.
Yes.
Or at least these days.
Cheers at home. I hope you're popping some bubbly wherever you are.
You'll get
And
yours,
if you're
don't
working
worry.
like
No,
us, you're a
Carrie,
sucker.
you don't get any until you get on stage.
That's good.
The
That's
host of
good.
the host of our daily show, in case you missed it, is over there desperately
She wants all the
desperately
alcohol.
seeking this
Yeah.
champagne model.
Okay, so drinks in hand, let's talk about the week that was. Christopher, highlights, lowlights. What stories do you have to tell?
Well, I saw you try VR porn for the first time. That was pretty entertaining.
Yeah, that was super uncomfortable for me on a personal level. That was
It
good.
looked like you were having a good time.
I
though.
heard
I mean, I was secretly jumping up and down in my mind, but I had to keep it
Trout
together.
said you looked pretty indifferent, actually, to the whole thing.
I mean, it's hard not to be indifferent when you're sitting in a room full of strangers and coworkers watching cartoonish-like people get it on in your face.
So this is an interesting thing about VR porn is that
Yeah.
everything's warped, right?
Yeah.
So body parts look larger and people's faces are all like expanded and kind of balloony.
Yeah.
So it's
real
all like
weird.
fisheye lens,
It
basically.
is,
Yeah.
Which,
And
I mean, for certain parts of the body is not such a bad thing.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, I suppose, but it's like, you know, it's also just the actors in these films were
Already
cartoonish
cartoon-like.
in proportion, let's say,
Yeah.
Fair
in
enough.
ways that are unsettling. Again, when you're sitting in a room full of strangers and coworkers. Know what I'm saying?
So that was a highlight.
So that was the highlight for you, was watching me watch porn.
Is that going to actually
That was
end
also
up on
a
the
low
site?
That sounds weird, man. That sounds
was
sounds
also
real
what it
weird.
was.
It's a little
moments.
weird.
What was that, Dana?
That's for the blooper reel, right? Not ending up on the site.
Oh, no, that's on the site.
You know, that's a
You
thing.
can see that on our site
Oh,
right
so
now.
readers get to actually watch
Go
it
to
and watch porn.
www.engadget.com and look up sex at CES, and you'll see this guy watching porn.
Yep, that happened. That's a real thing. That's on the internet forever now.
But it's like, you know, this is like super PG.
Yeah,
viewing.
I mean, we're not
It's
we're
safe
not
for work.
gratuitous about it. It's just like, yes, this happened. We were there. We did it. It's a first-hand account.
Yeah. You can also see a woman bouncing up and down on a
On,
medicine
on
ball.
an exercise ball.
No, medicine balls are hard. That
Yeah.
wouldn't be very
And they're
comfortable.
small. This is like one of those big yoga balls or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's it. That's it. Just watching me watch VR porn. That's the highlight of CES 2016.
I mean, I can
Write
see how
that
that
down,
would
everyone.
overshadow everything. Like, that's a pretty
I was gonna
special
say,
experience.
I got hands-on with a bunch of laptops. I don't think that's as exciting.
Yeah, I'm
I
drawing
think
a
you got me
blank right
beat.
now. although it was pretty cool meeting all the women behind all the sex companies that we interviewed.
That was cool. I mean, like they're you know, they're as legitimate as any other company here. It's why we wanted to pay attention to them, because they're doing interesting things. And yes, it is about sex in the pleasurable sense, but some of that stuff is actually like important, sex positive. Like, we need to be less puritanical in our views of this stuff, and we can treat it like something that's important in everyone's life. It's important to your health too.
True. Terrence
All right.
O'Brien,
Yes.
what'd you do this week?
I spent most of the time in the trailer, but I did.
Smells great in there, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it smells amazing. All of our lovely
Thanks, guys.
editors. You smell fantastic. Yeah, it was.
It's really like a field of daisies. Do daisies smell good?
I don't even know.
I
man.
assume
Roses,
as such.
tulips, I don't know.
Sure.
You guys are fucking fresh as
Tiptoe
hell.
through the tulips.
So yeah, I don't know. It's hard to come up with like highlights and lowlights because I didn't spend much time on the floor or see much of anything. But I did yesterday go put on this like exosuit thing that's
Yeah.
supposed to make you feel old, and I don't know if I'd call that a highlight because.
Did you guys see the
and,
photos that came out of this?
They.
No, I saw the video that Carrie did.
Yeah, we're gonna
but
have
I
a
didn't
video
see
that-
Terrence's.
He's
Carried
in
it.
this suit and just sneering resentfully.
Oh, because it's a
camera.
miserable
Very
experience.
angry about it.
It's so miserable. Like,
Literal suffering for work.
Yeah, I mean it's.
So does this excuse all the old people always now for you?
Maybe not all the old people always. A little bit more empathetic. Much more convinced they shouldn't be behind the wheel of a car.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was terrible.
So describe it. What are you like? What
So-
is it like?
And what age are we supposed to be simulating here?
I don't think they were really specific. 70? Okay, Carrie is saying 70, so I'm gonna trust her. So yeah, you strap into like this like 40-pound suit that has all these motors that are supposed to like restrict your motion and simulate arthritis and muscle loss, and then they put
Right.
a helmet on you with headphones and an Oculus Rift so that they can simulate cataracts and other like vision impairments and hearing loss and all these things. And if there's small children watching, I'm really sorry, but it's fucked up.
Yeah.
It is like a really, like, it's just like, it really messed me up. Especially, one of the demos they do is they simulate aphasia, which is like a neurological condition that makes it, and basically what they do is they slightly delay your own audio back to you, like such a small amount
Okay.
that you don't even notice it. Like, it's almost completely imperceptible until you start trying to say something. And like they had me repeat Mary Had a Little Lamb. That was like the thing for the demo.
Yeah.
And I got halfway through it and couldn't figure out what I was trying to say anymore. Like straight up just lost it and was like, and it freaked me out.
That
like,
would be upsetting.
It was really upsetting. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like,
Yeah.
it was extremely upsetting. I was like, this is not okay.
Yeah.
Nothing about this is okay.
So is that the worst part, or was the physical stuff really bad? Like, what was the single most difficult portion?
I mean,
of
I
this?
think that was the worst part. That was the part where I went, oh,
yeah.
okay. Like, the physical stuff was rough. When they start cranking up the resistance on
Yeah.
the suit and everything, I definitely almost fell on my face at some
Right.
point because they put you on a treadmill and they like simulate arthritis like in one leg and then the other, and when they switched from one leg to the next one, I definitely like stumbled and like almost fell face first on the treadmill, which was a little rough.
Yikes.
So it was
All right,
good.
we got a lot of editors to get through here.
Yeah,
you can
let's-
check out episode 3 of Torturing Terry on
Yeah.
Engadget.com.
Is this only
starting
episode
Monday.
3?
Well, I mean, yeah, we got you punched in the face.
Got me electrocuted.
You got electrocuted
And
by
now-
Santa
Gosh,
mask.
did I miss the electrocution?
What?
Oh,
The
wait.
beard. The Santa beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I've been made to feel like I'm 70 years old.
Yeah.
Anyway, new series coming to you via Engadget.com.
On every screen you could ever want.
Torturing Terry. And I might punch you in the face after this if I've had enough champagne. So
Awesome.
episode 4 is already in the works. Dana, break it down for us. What'd you do this week?
Also spent a lot of time directing traffic behind the scenes.
Yeah, sounds
spent
pretty
a little,
boring.
Spent some time at Unveiled and Pepcom, so basically I saved the most stressful moments of the show for myself.
Yeah.
That's
Just
great.
to show
That's,
myself I still got it. I still got it.
Good to
Yeah.
hear. That's about it for you?
So
Highlight? Low light?
what was the coolest laptop you saw? What was your favorite?
The coolest laptop, I would say, I really like the Yoga 900S. I mean, I know it's not the first thin and light notebook we've seen, but I'm still very impressed by how thin and how much computer you can stuff into something half an inch thick, basically.
Okay. But are any of these, because we know you wrote an editorial a little bit before CES, would you buy anything you've seen at CES? Would you buy
Depends on the battery life. It
Yeah.
really does.
Okay, fair enough. Anything else about the week, or just sickness and work?
Sickness and a return to health, starting with champagne.
Excellent.
Are we ready to usher
I
on
think
our
let's
next
do it.
two? Okay.
Dana, get off my stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, you blockheads.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out, y'all.
Bye, guys.
See y'all later.
Who's up?
Who wants to be next?
Nicole, Billy, come on down. Do we need to bring him up
You're
in
the
a
next
little bit
contestants
more?
on.
Where's the where's the music, y'all?
Yeah.
Didn't bring your own music?
Jason, you were supposed
Rude.
to telepathically know that we needed music right then.
Y'all didn't even bring your own music, huh? Would you like a glass
Yeah.
of champagne?
I'm good.
Please.
You're good, huh?
Yeah, I had
What
a-
happened to you last
Had
night?
a little bit too much drink last night.
Okay.
so-
Well, while Christopher's filling them up here, I'd like to introduce you to senior editor Nicole Lee. Hey, Nicole, how's it going?
Good.
She
Last
drinks
day.
responsibly, unlike Billy.
she does. And then we also have associate editor Billy Steele. What's happening, Billy?
Somebody get this man a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
No.
Some emergency.
No. I wouldn't drink a Bloody Mary anyway, so
You wouldn't?
no.
You don't
It's
drink
not
Bloody
me.
Marys?
No.
What if
it's
it
not
had
me.
whiskey in it?
That
it's mum.
also sounds terrible.
That sounds gross, actually. Whiskey and tomato juice? I don't think so. Not for me.
Whiskey and tomato juice? They call that something somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, gross.
There's whiskey in it.
Yeah.
It has to be okay.
But I don't know.
I don't know.
It
You
can
could
go-
put whiskey in a lot of things I wouldn't drink.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nicole, let's
Yes.
start with you.
Yes.
How has your week gone? What's the highlight?
The highlight, the highlight is always meeting everybody from the teams. Always
Yeah.
the highlight.
Yeah.
I think the biggest hype coming into the show is probably the car, the Faraday Future car.
Sure.
But I think it just kind of fell off the radar like after the first day. So sort of like it went up and then just died on the vine.
Yeah. Because there wasn't that much to it. It's like,
Yeah.
it's for one person. Everyone knows it's not a real
And
thing.
as I've pointed out, that shit's ugly.
It is.
Yeah.
It is pretty ugly.
It is. I mean, it looks futuristic, but not the future I want to be in.
Yeah, if the future's that ugly, I'll stay right here.
And it didn't run.
And it didn't work.
That's right.
So-
like
That's
if they
right.
had been ripping around the track out here in the parking lot, it probably
I
would be a
wonder if
different
we could,
reception.
one of these days, I'd really like to figure out what percentage of products at CES actually work.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what do you think? Give a guess. What do you think?
50% probably.
You think about half?
That high?
About half. About half is about right.
Okay. I guess so. Because a lot of these things are like phone cases. Of course they work.
Right.
Well, do they? You don't know. Have you tried it on your
I mean, they
Samsung
fit on a
Galaxy,
phone.
whatever you
Isn't
have?
that all they have to do?
Right.
Well, and it's pretty easy to fake like lights coming on.
Sure.
Via
Yeah.
a power switch. So
Yep.
like you can put a power switch on something
and just make some
then-
beep boop beep boop beep
Right.
noises.
Or
Yeah.
have the display light up and show one thing or something.
Yeah.
It's just like a demo loop and not. an
I actually
actual
think
thing.
my favorite thing is probably the Volkswagen Buddy quick charging.
Yeah.
Because the fact they can charge up to 80% in 15 minutes, that's a huge game
That's
changer
crazy,
for
it
EVs
is.
going forward.
Absolutely.
That gets a lot closer to filling your car up with gas, man. That's
Yeah.
why, that was a big deal for me. Though, how did you feel about the way that thing looks? I felt like a lot of people were pretty critical of the way it appears.
It looks like the,
It's a battery charger and people are being critical?
No. It's
No,
a
the
van that
vehicle
has the
itself.
battery charging in it. So the van itself, it's good.
It's like the VW
good.
van of the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of.
The van.
I mean, I like.
Microbus.
I
Wait,
have a
so
friend-
just the van charges like that? You can't, no other car will charge
that's
like
just
that?
the first car
It's the
that has
concept.
it in there.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's how they're showing it off to
Hasn't
the world.
Volkswagen been having some problems, or was that somebody else?
Yeah, they've been having some pretty sizable
That's why
problems.
they're here showing off their
Yeah.
electric
Yeah,
vehicle.
they're
option.
giving up fuel entirely.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's probably a smart move, considering.
Yeah, they've taken a beating over the last 6 months. Their stock is not doing so well.
So,
Okay.
Billy,
yes,
what's going on?
I saw some things.
I think you've
Yeah.
seen a lot of things.
You got wasted.
Well, I think it's just like the collective, like a little bit every night, and then it's the end of the week. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's usually how my hangovers work too, Billy.
It's a cumulative situation.
So, getting back to the subject at hand.
You,
CES.
your hangover.
No. On a related note, and I feel kind of lame that this was the best thing I saw, but that Samsung refrigerator is pretty awesome.
What was up with that
Okay,
refrigerator?
explain.
So it's a hub for all your connected smart home devices,
Okay.
first of all.
Does it connect to Evernote?
Probably.
Lame.
It's a bad move.
That's not a device, but I'll allow it.
Okay.
So it has like a 21.5-inch touchscreen in the door,
Yeah.
and then 6 cameras on the inside
Whoa.
that monitor the freshness of your food, when you need to order groceries, which you can do from the door of the
Sure.
refrigerator.
Do you have to tell it when you put groceries in it to put, like I just put broccoli in there? It's about this ripe. Like, how does it really tell how fresh your
Yeah,
food is?
so when you close the door, the cameras take a snapshot of everything that's in there, and then on the touchscreen, you assign dates.
Okay.
Like, this needs to stay this long or whatever.
Okay.
But it
That seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not. It was pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There were some things in the demo refrigerator, just like generic containers, and I think there were like 6 of them.
Yeah.
And it took maybe 20 or 30 seconds to do it, so it's not too
Does
bad.
it
Okay.
does it look as good as Yolanda Foster's
I have no idea what you're
refrigerator
talking
Yeah,
about.
not
from the Real
familiar.
Housewives of Beverly Hills?
Sorry.
You can walk into that thing. It's like a display case,
Oh yeah.
and she's got like baskets of fruit overflowing in
Oh,
there.
wow.
Cornucopia of
So it's
meats
like
and
the
things.
kitchen in Top Chef where they run in and it's like all beautiful.
Yeah, but I think even better. I think
Wow.
it's even better than that.
All right.
I want one of those with a touch screen.
This
Or
is
something.
regular refrigerator size.
Well,
So-
can't have them all, right? Can't have them all.
So seriously though, like that's something you could see yourself doing. Like you go grocery shopping, it's not a pain in the ass to like
Right.
do that.
Well, exactly. And there's like a recipe feature
Okay.
to where you can pull up your recipes. If you don't have the groceries, you can order them,
Yeah.
obviously.
From who?
There are, I don't remember the names, but there are 2 services right now, and there's going to be more.
Okay.
But it's all in one, order, pay, have them delivered type
Sure.
situation.
Okay.
But the recipe thing would keep you from having like a tablet on the counter to spill stuff on or,
Yeah.
or whatever. And there's voice guidance. So
Oh,
it
it
kind
talks
of like
to you?
walks you through it. Yeah.
Okay.
I
All
can
right,
get
that
into
sounds like
that.
a pretty cool refrigerator. I'll give you that,
Yeah.
Samsung.
But I don't know. There's so much stuff at CES, you kind of feel bad.
Yeah.
And you hear about that, and you're like,
It's a fridge.
I don't know. I think we overlook all the other things in our lives because we're like, tablet, computer,
right.
Yeah.
whatever.
And we
Yeah.
see, like, Samsung did the washer last year where there was a washer
the
underneath
baby
it.
washer,
Yeah,
yeah.
where you put
Washer.
your baby in.
Right. And
Yeah.
so a lot of
Wash the
things.
baby that way?
Right. And a lot of things that they do at these shows come off as, like, gimmicky.
Yeah.
And this actually is practical.
Seems pretty useful.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll buy that. Well, do y'all have anything else, or should we invite the next 2 guests up on stage here? What else? Any lessons learned from the week, Nicole?
Well, I didn't really like a Bluetooth pregnancy test.
oh yeah, that's right.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that
tell us
went
about the
down pretty
Bluetooth
poorly.
pregnancy test and why it's dumb.
Yeah. Because it's a pregnancy test. It doesn't need to be connected. It doesn't need to have an app.
Everything needs to have an app.
It doesn't need
Haven't
to
you
have
learned
Bluetooth
anything?
in it.
That's
It's
got to be, like, one of the few things that doesn't. Like, one of the last remaining things that doesn't have an app.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Well, it
doesn't
does now.
What
Yeah.
does the app do?
Well, first of all,
What's
it
the purpose of it?
it tells you if you peed correctly on the stick. First of all.
I wish somebody would tell me if I was peeing correctly.
There's usually a piece of paper included with these
How
things.
does it
tells
do
you
that?
right?
though?
I don't know. It sees if it's saturated. Probably I have no idea. The second part is that as you're waiting for the results to come in those intervening 3 minutes, you can either read some information about fertility, or you can have it play serene music to calm you down.
What are we talking here?
So you
What
have
kind of
good
music
stage
is that?
fright?
I know Enya.
Yeah.
I have no idea what kind of.
Enya.
I have no idea what kind
That
of
sounds like torture to me.
Yep.
Oh,
Or-
torturing Terry.
Oh,
a
we
new
got another
idea.
episode of Torturing Terry.
We gotta get him a pregnancy test.
Or
That's
you
the
can
first
select,
response pregnancy test and make him listen to Enya.
Or you can select the entertain me option, where it will play you viral video clips from the likes of BuzzFeed or YouTube.
Oh, hell
In
no.
those 3 minutes, as you're waiting to see if your life is gonna change or not, you
Awesome.
want to wait for that.
Here's all these cat
Moment
videos. Don't think about
in a
whether or not
woman's
you're about
life.
to have a human child.
So
Yeah.
not something I was a big fan of.
Well,
can
your
see
article
why.
was amazing. If you guys want to read about how much she hates the pregnancy test, go to whatever our website's called.
Engadget.com.
Anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yes.
We'll get the
Yes.
next two up here. Joseph, Dan, get on up. Oh, hey, there's that music.
Well done, Jason. Thank you for that.
Would you guys like a glass of champagne? Okay. Did you also have a long night?
Me? No, I did not have a long night.
You're just not drinking today?
I'm not drinking. No. I don't
I
like
will.
champers.
Oh yes.
Did you have a long night?
Why am I sitting on the
A
crack?
medium length night.
Because
I was well behaved. I was a good
awful.
boy.
No.
I was in bed by 1.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Slanjva.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
You need some more of that.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Boom, boom. There you go.
Chin chin. So, let's get this party started. Joseph,
Yeah.
what's up?
Nada mucho.
Oh, I guess I should introduce you.
Yeah.
This is Joseph Volpe, our features editor, and Dan Cooper, senior editor.
I think I'm senior handsome editor now. I think that's
Handsome?
yeah,
With that
handsome
beard,
editor.
you bet your ass it is, Dan.
Self-proclaimed senior handsome editor.
I like this. I like the beard situation we have going
Thank
on
you.
stage right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
You
three
are
handsome gentlemen.
Yeah.
If we're
Aw.
gonna start picking our own titles, I'll be king of the world.
Yeah.
Can I be sorcerer?
No,
No. Fine.
don't ask. You just got to take it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotta
Lesson
take what's
learned.
yours,
Lesson
Joseph.
learned. Lesson learned.
So, what was your highlight of the week, Joseph Volpe?
It was speaking to all the psychics. But then I went to Fox's special event for the Martian VR experience, and they put me in a completely almost pitch black room, sat me in a seat, put the Oculus Rift on, and then next thing I knew, as my ship was crash landing onto Mars, I was actually thrown forward because it turned out the chair was a D-box, like cinematic motion chair, and I let out a cackle so loud and
Wait, they didn't tell you
embarrassing.
before they strapped you into that thing?
They told me nothing. They
Rude.
strapped me and they were just like, sit down, here you go. But here's
Considering all the like motion sickness kind of stuff that happens with VR, I think that's a dick move right there.
I don't know. I kind of loved it. I just kept cackling
or
the
D
entire
move as the D.
or a D move.
yeah.
So you're
Sure.
sold on the chair movement technology.
I'm sold on it. It's not new. Very, very rich people. Like I'm sure on like Shaquille O'Neal's cribs, he probably had one.
Yeah.
You know, but
Like at Disney World, there have been similar type things, right?
Do they have
Yes.
smell-o-vision built into those chairs?
well, funny you should say that. When they put the Rift headset on me, I could tell they hadn't been cleaning it very well.
did it smell like
because
Aquadesia?
It's,
Oh, no.
no, I wish. It smelled so disgusting that I actually had to take a deep breath and be like, okay, I'm strapped in for 30 minutes.
Disgusting, like what? Like give us a
oh,
sense.
I wish we could have
You're talking
tested
about
that for our
sweat
after
on
hours
you.
disgusting,
segment.
like
Man
somebody
sweat.
had just gone jogging and then took their sock out and rubbed it
Not good.
across.
Not
your upper
Oh,
lip.
I'm sorry about
Not
that.
okay.
I was there before you.
Thanks.
So, that about it for you?
I would say, other than that, yeah.
Let's hold on. I just need to talk about the psychics for a minute.
Sure.
What was the most outlandish thing that the psychic?
Right, why were
that
you
one of
talking
the
to psychics
told
in the
you?
first place? 'Cause
Well-
we're speaking in a bubble here.
That is true. That is true. So I was talking to psychics because I always get those analyst emails saying that they have their predictions for
Right.
the year in tech, and I thought, why don't I actually go to somebody who deals with the future,
Yeah.
purportedly, and get their predictions? And it was pretty interesting because two of them sort of lined up a lot on like holographic phones that project holograms we interact with for the year.
Okay.
But the best part was the first psychic. On a lark, she had mentioned Steve Jobs, so I said, hey, can you channel him? And she was like, I mean, and then boom, went straight into it, and he's not happy. Yeah, he's
didn't
not
seem
happy
like-
with Apple.
He wasn't happy a lot of the time. I feel like.
No.
Well, R.I.P.
Seriously.
Aaliyah.
You're looking at me as if you want me to speak now.
Dan Cooper, fill in some space. Talk of the afterlife is making me uncomfortable.
It's just a door. Everyone else is on the others. Everyone you've ever loved is on the other side of that door.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody here knows, but this is a portal to the other side.
Yeah.
This right here.
Is it?
Right here.
So the two big things that I didn't spend a lot of time on the show floor because I was here doing the Engadget challenge. Check it out on Engadget.com. But the two things I got to see, I got to meet a company called MC10.
Oh, yeah.
And they are developing basically a very thick Band-Aid that does medical monitoring.
How thick?
Like a couple of millimeters thick. It's
Like
not
as thick as one of those laptops Dana was talking about?
No.
That seems uncomfortable,
No.
right?
Comfortable, flexible.
Yeah.
They're using it right now. It's just going out to researchers. But maybe in 10 years' time, that's going to be the future of healthcare. When
Right.
you go into a
Band-Aid?
hospital, yeah, you're going to go into a hospital in 5 or 10 years' time, and instead of hooking you up to an ECG or all of the other stuff, they're just going to stick this Band-Aid on top of your chest, and that's going to be that. And that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Just like less invasive, right? Easily replaceable.
Oh, completely.
I'm confused about how this works, but it sounds good to me.
And it's like, because I've seen this, I remember many moons ago, their BioStamp, when they first rolled that out a couple of years ago, that they did. And it's just like, they call it conformal electronics is their thing, but it's basically like stretchy circuits and stuff that allows this
stretchy,
thing.
flexible circuits.
They can do wireless transmissions and be flexible and comfortable.
You can bend them, you can twist them like a piece of paper.
Yeah.
They are fantastic. And yeah, it's one of those things that it looks boring and stuffy now because it's not going to be everywhere, but give it a couple of years and that's the future
And it's
of
a
medicine.
big improvement for the medical industry.
Oh,
Generally.
yeah. Yeah.
You know,
So
less
any
invasive stuff is good.
particularly low moments for you? I know they happened. Knowing you, they had to have.
Low moments. So I don't know. I mean, I felt quite ill, and I used the machine to try and make me feel less terrible.
What machine?
It was, it's called Nirvana,
Okay.
and it beams electrodes into your brain via your ear canal, and they claim that it makes you happy.
Does it?
I don't know.
Oh.
You're nonplussed by the whole thing?
Yeah, like I entered
corner
the
of the
process
couch over
and
here.
left it feeling similarly miserable in space. No, it's interesting. I want to try it in less stupid conditions.
Okay.
Because the whole idea of anything making you relax in what is basically this noise cauldron,
Yeah.
it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
True. Well, guys, it's been a blast.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I mean, I say
I feel like I just took off to the
You say
moon,
that,
Joseph.
but you don't mean it.
So Matt Smith has gone ahead and rebelled and gotten his own bottle of bubbly going.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
So I guess we'll invite him and somebody else up. James?
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you,
were-
gentlemen.
You're planning on going up with Mona. Okay. James and Mona come up. Matt, sit there with your bottle of champagne. And feel ashamed of it.
Yeah, dude, this walk-up music is on point.
What? Champagne? James?
I
What'd y'all
also would
do
like
last
some
night?
champagne.
I was at the same place with Dan and, well, basically the rest of the crowd. But I took it easy too. I came back with Dan. I was sensible. What?
I know. Where did Matt Smith
Where's
go
Matt?
with that champagne?
I think you
Paging Matt Smith.
Come back with the champagne,
Somebody
Matt
grab
Smith.
another bottle out of the refrigerator, out of the mini fridge in the back, please.
All right, we got it on the
Anybody?
way.
Andy? Anybody?
We're good. Anxiety.
It's en
You can
route,
just have
I
it.
assure you.
We can share.
Oh, no, yeah, we can share, but, you know, that's
You
fine.
don't want to share with him.
All right, this
Let
is
me
it.
tell you.
Engadget Thunderdome, fight to the death for that glass. Tiny thimble full of champagne.
I think
Two
it's the
editors
first time
enter,
I'm
one
actually-
editor leaves.
It's the first time I'm drinking without being checked for an ID, which is interesting.
Should we
In
be
this
checking
country.
your ID?
Should you? I don't know.
How
No.
old are you?
Yes, I'd like everyone to meet our
Old
new
enough to drink.
16-year-old editor, Mona Lawani.
I'm old enough to drink for sure.
So,
Yes,
introductions.
okay, let us introduce the people on stage. Mona Lawani, how are you doing, Mona?
I'm good.
Yes.
I survived my first CES.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Cheers to that.
Should drink
I
to
would
that.
drink to that.
As would I. I'm with
You
you,
would, wouldn't
James.
you?
So I'd also
Here's
like
the
to...
cavalry.
There it is.
Our next bottle's coming
Yeah.
up, but while we're doing that,
James True, how are you doing, James?
I'm good.
And you're
Four-time veteran now.
from South Africa?
Yes.
Okay.
Or just north of there.
You've got like this weird voice situation. I'm trying to
Unplaceable
place it.
accent. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, running through the motions now. Same old.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
So, Mona, highlight for this week.
I actually have a couple. So I had a long chat with Kodak day before, and I am super excited about the announcement for Super 8. I think more than the fact that they're bringing this amazing analog film camera back this year is the work they've been doing behind the scenes to kind of bring the ecosystem for film back. So it was interesting to find out that they've sort of been working with a bunch of Hollywood studios and filmmakers, and they've sort of formed a coalition to make sure they're buying film for the next 2 years. So I think it's awesome that they're also kind of bringing processing labs back in New York just so films can be shot again. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
Cool.
Are you gonna shoot film? Like, are you gonna get one?
I kind of want to learn.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good camera to start with for sure. It looks easy enough to use, and it's actually designed really well, so it's pretty.
Yeah.
I want to use it. Yeah.
Is it super throwbacky in design, or does it have like
It
kind
is.
of a modern
I
aesthetic
think
to
they've
it?
kept the vibe for sure. Like one half of it, when you slide it open, you kind of put the film canister in. I think just the process of putting film in feels pretty retro.
Yeah.
And on the other side, there's a viewfinder, which is super contemporary. So it's a nice mix of kind of old and new, and that's the vibe they're going for anyway.
And Kodak's making the film too.
Yes, they've been making film, which I was a little surprised to find out.
Yeah.
They're the last manufacturer of film.
Right.
So yeah, they're gonna make it. You can shoot the film and kind of send it back to them. They're gonna process it for you.
Yeah.
They give you a 4K file back and the film, so you can kind of choose what you want to do with it. Which
Do you
is
think
cool.
they have restrictions about what you can send them?
I doubt it.
That sort of thing. That sort of thing only occurs to people like Michael over here.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I didn't even think about
That's how I
that.
get down.
God, get your mind out of the gutter, Michael.
Perpetually there. That's why I like to watch VR porn in front of my coworkers.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
James,
It's got to be Megadrone, right? That's just off the charts insanity.
Yeah.
nobody's actually
You
flown in that
actually
thing.
Right.
believe
But they
it's a
showed the
real
video.
thing.
To be fair, we received the information, you know, ahead of time. Sometimes that happens, and I was kind of like intrigued and cautious, but I was like, I didn't believe it really. And then
Yeah.
they showed me a video that was kind of really bad. I was like, "There's some." They've like, no, you've done some
You
trickery.
could see the fish
Right.
wire
Well, it's
coming
like
in.
they showed some guy getting into it, and then they showed it flying, and it was kind of like looked at it smaller,
Yeah.
like a scale model. But then we went to the presentation, and they kind of gave you this whole backstory, amount of work that went into it, and it was like, it's a long con to make all this stuff up, right? And then they unveiled the item, and there it is. You can see it. I mean, yeah, they can't show it flying.
Yeah.
But as a feat of engineering, they've definitely done some stuff.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it's like proof of concept.
Did I just hear you say they've definitely done some stuff?
Yeah. They've done
That's
stuff.
an impressive feat.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's an audacious idea regardless.
I think a lot of it might be about brand. Their brand is really done well out of this EHang.
Yeah.
You know, so no one cared about them beforehand. They were just another. They made drones for carry GoPros, regular stuff.
Right.
Now people are talking about them, but they really insist that this will be a product in 6 months.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, I mean, I believe that the thing can fly, but getting it to fly with human beings in it is a whole.
Just
So
like Ryan
dangerous.
McKnight,
So-
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe I can fly.
I do believe I can fly. R. Kelly.
And nothing.
I thought that was Ryan McKnight.
I don't know. I mean, R. Kelly samples a lot of stuff, but he sings the song where he says those words.
Okay. Well,
I believe you can fly, Michael.
So what?
I believe that you can fly. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I have the faith.
let's
I appreciate
test that
that.
theory. Why don't you stand up there and just?
Just leap off.
I'm into it. Are
That
you
makes
guys?
sense.
Yeah.
It's hazard pay.
All right, let's
When
do
I
it.
hurt myself real bad.
No.
No, not today.
All right. You guys have anything else you want to add before we kick you off the stage?
Not really. It's been pretty good. Most of the Intel drone was pretty interesting as well. That was just kind of a geeky thing.
The
but,
unique with real sense.
Yeah, it solves the problem. The drones are pretty smart, but they still bang into trees, and this kind of like solves that. So that's pretty cool.
Which is important.
Well,
For
I
drones.
think because it's my first CES, I'm pretty much excited about everything right now.
Yeah.
I'm probably
That
going to
will
have a few
fade.
dislikes
All of it
next
was great.
year.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's going to fade. I'm scared of that.
So you weren't. So you're like, it's been a good CES for your first
I
one.
loved
You're
it.
happy about it.
I'll be honest, I was pretty scared. I've
Yeah.
heard so many horror stories, right? But I loved it.
Hell yeah.
It was a
Well,
great
it's
and you
not
look
every year.
relatively healthy. What's your trick?
I've been sleeping.
That's key.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Skipping the parties and sleeping.
And maybe also that contract you signed with the devil before you showed up.
Working out well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Yes.
Thanks
Thank
for coming
you
out.
guys.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
And we will usher on our next pair. Matt Smith and
Mallory?
Mallory Johns.
Eminem,
Come
y'all.
on down.
Come on up.
Or us.
She got her head on fleek, legs on fleek. Just got it did, so her hair on fleek. Got her nails on fleek, everywhere on fleek. Don't act like you don't know, you don't care, so she on fleek.
Would y'all like some of this Bel Air, whatever?
Sharing glasses is a little bit unsanitary, but when does that stop me drinking booze?
We're not-
Please.
we're not sharing glasses.
Oh, these are
all
fresh.
new.
Dude, we
Wow.
did a whole show about how you can get sick
Who do
of
you think I
CES.
am?
be drinking this, but why not?
What kind of Mickey Mouse operation do you think we're running up here?
I mean, Social Mallory said she wasn't going to be drinking some champagne, but look at her now.
Who dat?
Shameless.
Yeah.
Did you just say who dat to me?
Huh?
Did you say who dat?
No, I didn't say that.
Huh?
I
Who
was
you
like,
talking
okay.
about?
Huh?
You guys are getting gradually a little bit tipsy.
I'm not tipsy.
No.
I didn't wake up and start chugging that whiskey from last night. I didn't do
No.
that.
Anyway, cheers. Happy CES.
Cheers. Happy
Yes.
CES.
Hey, get in
Okay,
there.
got you.
Jeez.
Look at each other in the eyes, otherwise bad luck happens.
Oops. So, Matt,
All right.
Matt Smith,
Matt Smith.
our man in Japan, Mallory Johns, our
Hello.
social media maven.
Yes. Making the magic
How are
happen.
y'all today?
A little tired.
I'm feeling amazingly refreshed because I just went back and slept.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Good for you.
Good choice.
Yes. But yeah, it's been a good show. It's been lots of crazy, fun stuff to see. I got my back massaged by a hooded jumper.
I saw that. Is it
For
like legit?
For those who don't understand what Matt's talking about, a hooded jumper
I
is
thought
actually
jumper
a
was the right
sweatshirt with a
word.
hood on it.
No.
For everyone watching at home.
Sweatshirt.
Because that's how everyone that's watching at home actually
They're nodding.
talks.
The Americans are nodding. And the
Sweatshirt,
Canadian.
everyone. He
Oh, a
means
hoodie.
sweatshirt.
I see.
That's right.
Anyway, it was surprisingly, there was a fair bit of oomph behind it. It wasn't like, a scumbag hotel massage.
It's not like a. Is it like Magic Fingers? You know what Magic Fingers is? You throw a couple quarters into the machine by your bed, and it just like shakes you.
No, it's not like that.
I know those.
I mean, it gives a fair bit of pressure at parts of your back,
Yeah.
and the good thing is you just wear it while you work, which is kind of awesome. And it's for like people like us that work at a desk and like truck
Hunched
drivers. I'm not
over
sure how
all
many
day.
truck drivers are into, pressure point massage, but
Yeah. They
Truck
probably
drivers are?
should be.
are they?
I would assume so. That's why there are all those massage parlors and truck stops.
Yeah.
There are?
No, there's
Oh yeah,
not.
in America there's
There's not.
truck stop.
I
massage
haven't been to as
parlors.
many
No,
truck
that's not
stops
fair.
as
You're getting
Christopher
an
Trout.
education at CES 2016.
They do deep tissue, Swedish, whatever. They'll beat you with some spruce.
Shiatsu.
Beat you with some Swedish wood.
Yeah. So what was your highlight aside from said hoodie?
Aside from
Do you have
said
anything
hoodie,
else?
oh man, I got to see that LG display roll-up TV thing,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is
That's pretty sweet.
I've been chasing
Did
that
you get
all
to
week.
touch it, or was it only LG people that got to
Off
touch
the
it?
record, I totally touched it.
What?
They just didn't see me.
Nice. And
Now
like you
the
rolled it
entire
up, or you
internet
just like.
knows.
That's the
Just
last
kinda
time
poked
we'll
it.
be
Well
invited
done.
to an LG
And
press conference.
and this is
Thank
my
you.
last word. Yeah, my last
Yeah.
words on Engadget.
Yeah.
You guys saw it here.
Yeah, you saw
Matt
Matt get
Smith's
fired.
last day at Engadget.
Yeah.
It's been great knowing you.
Yeah, I've known Mallory for a whole week,
Well
and
done.
that's all I'll know her for.
Yeah.
Mallory Johns.
Yes, Christopher
What
Trout.
is up?
Nothing much.
How was your week?
Yeah.
It started off with me being sick, and it's ended with me still being sick. So that's
sounds
my
about
CES
right.
experience.
CES, not the place you come to get healthy. Definitely not. Not a recovery
I've gone through a
situation.
roller coaster ride of health issues this week. So
Like I started off with a really high fever, and then it's just turned into this horrible cough. So,
Yeah. But
here
you
we
toughed
are.
it out, and you did a
Sounds
great job this
delightful.
week.
Was that your
Thank
highlight?
you.
Yes.
Highlight
my
or low
highlight
light?
actually hasn't happened yet. Supposedly, I'm going to be seeing HTC Vive after this.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm excited about
Well,
doing
hopefully
that too.
that's your highlight. In
And
which
then
case,
also going to Intel's keynote.
okay.
Oh,
was
yes.
quite an experience.
Where you saw the Segway?
Oh my gosh, I'm like
It's a
the only
life-changing
person
Segway.
on staff who
The
loved
most
that
divisive
Segway.
gadget at Engadget ever.
Yeah.
I'm like the only person on
Yeah.
staff who liked it. But
We'll talk
No,
about
no, you're not.
Nate
You're not.
Ingram is
And
a
also,
yay,
huge
good job.
fan.
I'm with Nate on this, but I know Mona,
Segway
who
for
hates
life, I
fun,
think he has
is
a
not.
tattoo on his
and
back
it's
now.
a robot
Yeah.
with an emoji face that can
That
respond
follows
to
you
you
around.
and follows you around. What's not to like?
So cute.
It's cute. It's kawaii. It's a
I
robot.
guess.
You know me and robots. Oh, how was Pepper, by the way?
Pepper is so cute.
Didn't you see our Vines? Follow Engadget on Vine, and you can watch Pepper dancing.
I mean, Pepper's this Japanese French robot that I've only ever seen speak Japanese, so I kind of wanted to see it in English.
Yeah.
It was
Adorable.
really good.
It's pretty adorable.
There's a nice little Vine or Instagram video where it kind of came up to you.
here's
Just kind of-
That was
It
Yeah,
found
that
you
was
and
well.
came.
was all
We've been
me.
calling Pepper she the whole time, and the people that make it, it's a him.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
But the voice was very feminine.
Or
I think it's just cute.
And
Or
Pepper.
hey y'all, maybe there's a possibility that this robot is gender non-specific.
That's
oh,
a
damn.
good point.
Oh,
Welcome to
shit.
2016.
Okay.
Yeah, Malcolm's
Yep.
Modern Life.
Yep. I mean, real talk.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
What about...
This is true.
I was just saying, I was remarking on the fact that I thought it was amusing that we were all assuming one thing and they are in another.
I think that we were just taught a lesson here.
We learned something.
We're all
Don't,
wrong.
don't make assumptions because it makes an ass out of you and umption.
Correct.
And in the end, we're all wrong. The robots
So-
are right.
Yep.
Anything you guys would like to add before we unceremoniously throw you off the stage?
Can I take my booze with me?
Yeah,
Sure,
we're
go
allowed.
ahead.
Yay.
Nope.
Yay.
Pour it back
CES
into the
ever.
bottle. We give it to
Actually,
the
yeah,
next
you're gonna have
person.
to share that with the next person.
Thank you very much
we
for having
we
us.
appreciate it. Have
Matt,
a great,
Mallory,
Thank
have a
you.
great
Thank you
week
very
or
much.
Bye,
whatever.
everyone. Love you, Mum.
Get off the stage so we can get somebody
All
else. up
right. Next up, who do we have? Devendra and Chris Velasco. Come on down.
Hey, y'all.
Everywhere on fleek. Don't act like you don't know and you don't care. So she got her head on fleek, legs on fleek. Just got it did so her hair on fleek. Got her nails on fleek. Everywhere on fleek. Don't act like you don't know and you don't care. So
Check it out. Gentlemen.
Hello.
Devendra Hardawar. Chris Velasco.
Would y'all like a glass of champagne?
I think I'd love that, actually. Can
I'd
we
like a
make
little
this
bit.
happen?
I don't think it's actually champagne. Sorry.
Is it brose?
It's
It is completely
careful.
rosé.
Yeah.
This is Rick Ross's rosé.
These things don't pour
Sparkling
themselves,
rosé.
Devendra. So
I like how
That's
our
Rick
listeners
Ross's Chardonnay in high definition. You
we're
know what I'm
probably
saying?
all drunks, according to our viewers.
I thought that was already established.
This is the whole point of this.
Let's talk. What'd you do this week, Devendra?
I did a lot of running around.
Yeah.
I think the coolest thing I saw was the Intel Compute Stick, which I think we talked about on stage.
We
A
did.
Little bit of, it's a tiny little stick, plugs right into an HDMI port, and it's a full computer.
Okay.
And that's just insane to me, like the amount of power they were able to put into that.
And you saw it when it was not so great. So why is
Yeah.
it so great now?
Well, last year's model had a really slow processor,
Mm-hmm.
only had one USB port, which is really weird too, because how are you going to plug in a keyboard and mouse with that? You have to have a hub and everything. This new one has more USB ports, it's faster, and they even plugged in like Core M3 and M5 processors. That's the same thing that's in the MacBook.
Sure.
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. So are you going to get one? Is this like worth your dollars?
Well, right now I'm testing one,
Okay.
and we'll be reviewing it soon. But I think for the entry-level one's $159. For a lot of people, that is a nice little machine. That's something, you have a spare monitor, plug it in, that's a nice little computer for your kid or something.
For sure.
And this is a Windows 10 computer?
Yeah, it comes with Windows 10.
Right on.
Word. Chris
So
Velasco?
yeah.
Hey, hi. I mean, do you guys ever experience, so you go to a show like this or like an MWC, and then you learn stuff and you take it all in, and then you sort of regurgitate it and post in videos, and then at the end of the day, you don't even really know what you saw?
Yep.
I don't remember any
I
of
know
that.
that
That's
feeling.
never happened to me.
That
It's
has
like a
happened
steel
to me.
trap. It's a gold mine and a steel trap all at once.
But one thing did stick out because it transported me away. So this is very much the year of VR at CES,
Yep.
right? And there's Vive and there's Oculus Rift, and I got to try precisely none of those.
Yeah.
But
Congratulations.
I know. I feel like that's an achievement in and of itself. But I mean,
It was all Google Cardboard for you this week?
pretty much.
Just holding your phone really close up to your face.
It feels like I'm in it.
But so I'm rolling through Eureka Park and I see this contraption, it was designed originally to be this like weirdo exercise machine that's meant to replicate flying.
Exercise machine. We've seen how
But it
how
looks
sexy
like
that
some
thing
kind
is.
of sex rack or something.
Yeah.
I couldn't begin to understand how it actually works, but like whatever. So you strap yourself in. Hey, Wildcat.
It's okay, dude.
What's
Just
happening?
focus.
Yeah.
Just focus on the task at
Yeah,
hand.
okay.
Pretend like Terry's
Well,
not even there.
I'm really,
Yeah, who
I'm
invited
really
Terry
enjoying
on
this.
stage?
Heavy petting.
So anyway, you strap yourself into this rig. Your ankles are in stirrups. You're holding onto these bars. Your ass is in the air. You've got you've got cardboard on your face, basically.
Really? It was cardboard?
It was Gear VR, but it's
Gear
it's
VR.
pretty
Might as
close.
well be,
Okay.
Right. So you're flying. You've got like you're flying over some fjords. You've got to like shift your weight around to just sort of maneuver over this beautiful Arctic landscape.
Sure.
And some like guy was running past the booth, so we got this like rush of cold air. And for one single beautiful moment, I was not in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I was far away from.
So
the
wait,
city.
they have
we all
like
got
a
a good
fan
look at
blowing
your underwear, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
I make no bones about it. I have good underwear taste.
Yeah. Wait. Was
I don't know about that.
Man, that's like an arrow through the heart.
Yeah.
Sorry. You wear sports undies.
I mean, sometimes I need that support when I'm doing
Yeah,
my thing,
man.
You
right?
need technical underwear.
Yeah.
That's why.
Technical underwear to go with my sensor-laden shirt.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's breathable.
Yeah. On a good day.
Back to the task at hand and off of Chris Velasco's unmentionables. Where, like, was there a fan blowing a breeze in your face? To make
No,
it feel
there
like
should
it?
have been.
So
That
it's
would have
just like
sealed
audio
the
and
deal.
visual.
Audio
Okay.
and visual, yeah, exactly. But after a few moments, like, at first it feels like someone's tricking you into exercising, which is the worst kind of exercise.
Yeah.
But after you sort of embrace it, you sort of get a sense of how your minute body movements shift and help you cut through the air. And it was a very like strangely cathartic experience.
That sounds pretty
Did
cool.
you have a similar olfactory experience as the one that Joseph had?
Oh, unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
Next year, hopefully.
Sounded pleasant.
Yeah. Maybe if you're lucky.
Well, you guys have anything you want to add?
I would like to ask Terrence what he's doing right now. Hey, buddy.
He's just being super creepy.
Just hanging out with you,
I'm
buddy.
going to pretend you're not here.
Have you
But
guys
can we
talked about?
raise a glass to the best team in tech right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Cheers. Well done. Well said.
To all y'all.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Have you guys talked about how it's like a retro year in tech? Because that's kind of weird.
We have not yet spoken about that. Would you like to speak about it?
It's just really weird that we saw several turntables.
Wow, wow.
The Super 8 thing.
Yeah, like
It's
odd retro
what's old
things.
is new again. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's so true.
Yeah, and it's like a throwback. I guaranteed Super 8 cameras have been introduced at CES in the past.
Yeah. It's like I mean, is this just a kind of an over-glamorization of analog days, or is it legitimately better, do you think?
I think a lot of it's just nostalgia, but it's
Yeah.
also like it feels like a reaction to a lot of tech we've seen at CES, like 3D TVs and maybe some of 4K that hasn't lived up to the hype. So now we're kind of like we want to go back to something that was fulfilling. It's just kind of interesting to see.
Yeah. It's like simpler can sometimes
I'm
be
totally
better.
into it.
Yeah.
If I could just walk around with a giant rotary phone all the time, I would.
Speaking of which, Velasco.
Yeah.
You bought that giant Zach Morris phone.
Best.
I know this
purchase
isn't a
I've ever-
CES
No,
thing,
it's not
but-
CS.
Yeah.
If it was here, which it might be in like one of the weird like marketplace.
Yeah, I
booths.
bet it's in the South Hall maybe.
Yeah,
somewhere.
the Moat Corona, $100, basement of a Chinese mall known for knockoffs. Best purchase ever. It weighs like 4 pounds. It
It's
looks
gold.
It's gold.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, I knew
Boom.
Trout would like
Done.
that. Yeah.
All you have to say, it's gold.
Can we order some for like everybody at Engadget? Can we make
Sure.
this
Can we
happen?
can we work with them on an Engadget branded version of that?
But they'd have to spell Engadget wrong.
I don't think
like
that we
Ern
currently have a
Gurjay.
store, but I
It'll
would
just
open
be
up an Engadget
Engadget.
store just for
One
that.
tiny supplier booth like back there is very excited right now.
Yes.
We're making
We're
their
coming
day.
for you.
They smell an
It's happening.
opportunity.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
All right, gentlemen.
I think
Thank
we're ready
you.
for our next victims.
Who's up next?
We've got Nate Ingram and
Carrie
Carrie Davis,
Davis.
and a half and half Carrie Davis over there. Come on up, y'all. I'm gonna check out my hair because I let that down with abandon. I'm not so sure about it.
It looks.
She on fleek with it, on fleek with it. If she bad, I'ma smash, she a freak with it. They looking mad at her from the street.
What up? Do it. Take it. All right. I assume that both of you would care for a cup of bubbling.
You assume correctly, sir.
Here
You've
we
been
go.
torturing us for the
All
last
right, I'm
hour or
gonna
more.
do the pouring. I'm gonna let Trout do the narrating for me.
Okay. So, what's up, y'all?
Hey.
How you doing?
Well, I've seen better days, but at this point, I think I've had a couple of glasses of whatever this is, so I'm doing okay.
It's
This is
rosé,
awesome.
man.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
like
good.
last day. I am happy.
Aren't
I'm
you feeling good?
Super stoked, yeah.
Does it feel as good as the first day when we went and saw Britney Spears together?
I don't know if anything can tell. Yeah, I've had some good moments.
Why wasn't I invited to this shit?
Sorry.
You didn't get here Saturday night.
Busted.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you can't win them all.
This guy says he's seen some cool stuff. Ooh. Oh,
I'll
thanks.
believe it.
Real
Cheers,
champagne.
everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To another
Happy CES.
great year at CES.
Yeah.
Depending on who you ask.
So
All right,
everybody
Nate.
likes to complain about CES, but I really don't think it's that bad.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I think there's interesting stuff here.
Tell us about it.
All right, well, I got to see a 3D printed model that was made from an asteroid.
That was super
Which is
cool.
That was really rad.
Right. And I think, like, who knows if what, Planetary Resources wants to do is ever going to happen. I'm sure it'll be completely different than what they're talking about now.
Yeah.
But the idea of, getting a 3D printer into space and building things up there with the resources that are floating through space is a pretty wild idea.
Yeah. So let's set this up, though, Nate. What is Planetary Resources, in case people at home don't know?
They are this company that their tagline, or people have given this tagline, they're an asteroid mining company.
Right.
But they really are just trying to find resources in space that people can use to build things once we get off the Earth.
Right.
And so what they did was they took a meteorite that landed millions of years ago and processed it and put it through a 3D printer and actually made a print with it. So that's the first 3D printed object made from material that's not on the planet.
Right.
And what was the object again?
It was basically a little model of that resembled one of their spaceships that they're working with. So the model itself is kind of less important than what they can do with it.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Do
It's
they
just
have
a proof of
gold in
concept.
space?
They have platinum group metals, which are very rare and valuable.
Well, it's not gold, is it?
It's not
better than gold.
It's
It's
better
space
than
gold.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
just call it space gold.
I don't know.
And let's see, what else did I see? The other thing that I saw that was pretty cool is that Carl Zeiss, the German lens makers,
Yep.
have figured out a way to make smart lenses that will actually make you be able to have a pair of Google Glasses type devices that don't look incredibly intimidating and dorky.
Yeah.
It'll basically look like normal
There is
glass.
nothing intimidating about Google Glass.
Okay, intimidating is the wrong word, but just weird and off-putting,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Like you would never
Off-putting
leave your
is a good
house, never walk on the street in public. Yeah.
So these
it's
things,
better.
once they get it to where they want to get it, you basically won't be able to tell that there's much going on. It looks like a bifocal. There's some, slight variations in the lens, but you can project onto it from the device. And they're going to try and get those lenses out to manufacturers and use those. So if there's going to be a wearable that doesn't look horrible, it's going to be because of technology like that.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
What's that?
Are you recording me right now?
Yes.
God damn it.
What?
And I got the Google Glass on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You're feeling yourself today. It's cool.
What's that?
Wouldn't that make you happy? You're feeling yourself.
I like to know- I like to know- I like to know from what
angle
angle you're coming at me,
Okay.
And
All
also,
angles.
I'm feeling a little greasy. Can somebody get my makeup person up here?
Heathrow Franklin.
Right, where is
So
Heather?
paging Heathrow Franklin.
I have one more best of CES,
All
which
right,
is
go
that I
ahead.
got to see Star Wars last night finally.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, how did you go this? I'm shocked. How did you go this long?
I didn't
seeing
get
it?
spoiled. I don't know how. I'm on the internet constantly, but
Yeah.
I managed to keep it clean. Yeah.
Especially on this staff.
Good flick.
How
Yeah.
was it?
I really liked it.
Okay,
I'm not even a huge
nerds.
Star Wars fan, but I really
Was it
liked it.
as good as Titanic?
Almost.
Okay.
So
That's
much
my
better
take.
than
Ringing
Titanic.
endorsement for Star Wars, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie Davis,
I've had a great week.
I feel like I've seen too much of you this week.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think we all have,
Likewise.
really.
No, really. I mean, CES for me is like, for in case you missed it, besides the big like Intel, Sony, all of those sort of things, this is like in case you missed it, paradise.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Incredible things.
In case you missed it, is her show.
Ow.
It's on every
That's just the
day.
worst.
I'm sorry, I've had a couple.
So it started
Trout's
off
feeling
right.
himself.
It started off right. We went out into the desert with this company, Air Dog,
Yeah.
and they took us. We went mountain biking right outside of Red Rocks Canyon, and got to test out this drone that follows you. There are things like that, of course, that exist, but this
Yeah.
thing was really cool in that it was so simple. You didn't have to worry about the navigation. It has different algorithms to follow you based on your activity.
Okay.
So it was a smart drone.
So you just say what you're about to do, and then it knows how to follow you.
Exactly, and
Okay.
like basically
Kind of like the
what
Segway
speed.
robot.
Kind of like but it
we really have
only
to talk
14
about that?
minutes of battery life, and I
14 minutes is
I
not
apparently
enough.
had it out for about 13 minutes. It started beeping at me really, and I was like, I better land this thing, and then
Yeah.
it
And then,
basically
your vest exploded.
It didn't land on you, right?
it crash landed on my bike,
Did it really?
Oh,
and
dang.
it took a chunk out. I was
Chunk out of what?
of the router of the blade. It took a little
Not the
chunk.
router.
The CEO was like, it's fine. That was the typical move
Well, that
for me.
seems-
But the exoskeleton suit Terrence wore, I also wore. Yeah, I had a different experience. The hearing loss for me was
Was the
like,
freakiest?
brutal.
Yeah.
Apparently we all do this, right? We're so used to looking at people when they're talking to us. So I just ended up lip reading because they really make it so that almost complete hearing loss.
How are you at lip reading?
Apparently really good.
Let's try it.
Okay. Damn it, do it again.
Told you.
Yeah, right. So that was really devastating. I got like teary-eyed sad.
Yeah.
The suit totally works. It's from Genworth. They make this empathy exoskeleton suit where they like put you through this thing, and it works.
Is there an upside though to, I guess retirement?
What's that?
Is there an upside to it, like retirement?
Is that just your dream, your life goal? You're like, no, it's going to be amazing. Shut up.
Yeah.
I don't care if I lose my hearing.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Florida's nice, right, guys?
I think it's great. It's really good on your joints. Yeah.
Well, anything else you guys want to add before we...
VR-wise, I am not a gamer, but I was super into the Omni, that treadmill. What? And it's kind of cheap. It's not, for what it is, it's a whole,
Did
they
you
strap
try it?
you in. I tried it. Rad. And you killed robots and drones, which is basically, it's like practice, like what we'll be doing one day anyways.
Yeah. So you want to get
robots and
your
drones?
sharpshooting skills
It
on
was
point.
super great. And Jonathan, our photographer, one of the photographers who works at Engadget and editors, Jonathan did it, and he's former military. And I had just gone and felt like super tough, right? And then he strapped himself in, and
it's just wrecking.
He was amazing.
Wrecking it.
But you still look like such a nerd. It doesn't matter. It's super fun. Like,
doesn't matter how much military experience you have.
You don't care how ridiculous you look.
I'll show you
it's
the
fun.
video. Even Jonathan looked like a super nerd.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was great. Everyone should try it.
The one other thing I saw, I spent Tuesday with Chris Velasco and Devendra going to the biggest press conferences. We did live blogged LG, Samsung, and Intel, and a couple other folks did Sony, I know. And I gotta say that all of those, well, the first three were pretty disappointing. Intel was interesting and weird, but the other ones were just very low key and not exciting this year, I have to say, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I think that the big ones really failed to bring it on the level that some of the smaller people.
Weird Samsung was not here this year, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well,
Weird
it's like
Sony was here.
Yeah, but it wasn't good Sony, and Sony's usually really good, I feel like.
Yeah. It's just a continuation of recent trends, though, right? It's like CES is far more about the weird, the unusual, than it is about the big boys at this point, which is good.
Sure.
I like that about the show, honestly.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot more interesting than
Agreed.
seeing
The
some
quirk
new...
is where it's at.
Yeah,
you would feel that way, Carrie.
But it's fun when you do get to see something good from the big guys.
Yeah, well,
Instead, we have
I
this
like it when they
creepy
take
VR
risks.
thing next door.
Yeah. Like, it's about risk, right? They aren't going out there. Like, some of the coolest stuff that Samsung had at the show isn't even in their booth. It's like they're weird, coming out of their weird research lab, and they're like hiding it. And that's
We want
the
to
most
see
interesting
wave
things.
that freak flag.
Yeah, man.
Bring
Everybody
it.
wants to see it. That's the good stuff.
Well,
Agreed.
thanks,
y'all.
guys.
Yes.
Thank you. Up next, we have a couple of other people. Nobody looks
Andy,
real excited to get up
Is it Andy
here.
and Robbie? Do we have? Are y'all next?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Come on down, y'all.
Roadies.
I need some water. Did you guys pick your own intro music?
Yes.
Specially requested. Robbie has a whole playlist. He has walk-up music playlists that he
I have
keeps.
walk-up music for everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Just
Any
so everybody
event
knows
that I
that
walked in, that music
It's
started
really
playing.
weird. He has like this vest that's all Bluetooth speakers that he just walks around with and just like...
You're like a walking boombox.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
So, Andrew Tarantola.
Hello.
Roberto Baldwin.
Hola.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah.
Andy, no, we're about to leave.
Andy, would you like a beverage?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot.
And just so y'all know, Roberto does not
terrible
partake.
host.
Otherwise, of
I
course,
don't-
if you
I don't
want something, we would definitely give you some champagne.
Would you like some of my half-drink water?
No.
I have a sinus infection. I'm pretty sure it's not contagious.
It's only a slight amount of backwash in there. It's not that bad.
Like 50% of drinks are backwash anyway, or I heard something somewhere.
Giving him the
to that
big boy
effect.
pour. That's the big
Cheers.
boy pour. Cheers. Oh man, we got the T on that logo's getting scratched off there.
Oh,
we gotta
no.
be careful. All right. So let's get into this. Andy, I'll start with you. So you haven't been to CES in a while, right?
Not since about 2011, no.
So how was your week coming back to CES?
Well, I actually took a look at my Fitbit just before I came on stage. It looks like I've walked a little more than 50 miles so far this week.
Whoa.
50 miles,
50
huh?
miles, yeah.
Wow. That's a lot more than I was expecting. Good work, man.
It was a lot more than I was expecting, too, yeah. But I think the coolest thing that I saw so far this CES was, as Carrie said earlier, the Virtuix Omni, the VR walking around thing.
Yeah.
The VR walking around thing.
Yes,
You guys,
that's the technical term,
For a
in
group,
fact.
for a group of writers, y'all have been real eloquent today.
Yeah.
Good job, y'all.
Rocking around. Felt good. VR.
That one guy did some stuff with the thing, and it rolled up, so cool.
Technology thing, I put it on my, and it was awesome with this stuff. Off.
I'm just saying, I'm on point. Y'all should try a little bit harder.
So tell us about the VR walking around thing.
Well, it's hard to describe. It's a virtual treadmill. So you've got these little super slippery shoes that you put on. They've got little trackers on them.
Yep.
You strap yourself into the thing on a lower body harness, which, if done correctly, is quite flattering to the crotchal region.
Right, yeah, it frames it quite nicely. I've been in one of those before.
And then
It's a harness?
It's a what now? Yeah, it's a harness.
It's like so you don't fall down in the thing.
Exactly, and it basically
It's
supports.
like what
Spears
Britney
wearing
wore.
one of those.
It's very similar.
Yeah, and then you put on a VR headset and run around. Quite
And
literally.
what's the game that you were playing?
It was a generic base defense thing.
Okay.
You just point and shoot and.
A what?
Right. Base defense. There's a.
Is that like capture the flag?
Yes, but it's the opposite side of that. So instead of like going to capture the flag, you're keeping people
You must
from
protect
capturing
this
your
house.
flag. Exactly.
I see.
Yeah.
Games, y'all.
Trout, super into first-person shooters. Can't you tell?
Is that like capture the flag? Like your 70-year-old grandmother asking you about video games. Is that like capture the flag? Is that like kick the can?
Is that similar to backgammon? Does it involve a birdie? Can I have tea while I'm doing it?
Are there dice? Do you have to roll the dice?
Can somebody get me some Vicks Vapor Rub?
Have a hard candy.
Yeah. So, Robbie, what was the best thing you saw at CES this year?
I saw a lot of cars this year at CES.
Man, you did. You had all the car things.
All the cars. And CES is a car show now.
Yeah.
That's it. It's an auto show. Detroit next week, but it's really... The car technology is coming out this week, especially with like Volkswagen, the Buddy, their quick charging technology is coming out in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Or a couple weeks. Couple years.
Couple weeks, yeah.
Everything with cars is a couple years.
Yeah.
But no, it's really exciting. As a car guy and a guy who likes technology, like this was great.
It's a very exciting time.
I have a question. Do you own a car?
I do own a car.
What kind of car do you own?
I have a Fiat. A Fiat 500.
Do you have the Gucci edition?
No. They were out.
That's cool.
They were out. Yeah, the Converse
He wanted.
edition.
He went in.
Yeah.
He went into the dealership thinking Gucci edition, but then they didn't have one.
Yeah, they was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can smell the Gucci on you right now.
Yeah.
But no, the car technology that's coming out. The Faraday Future, completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Very much old school, like auto show, like showmanship.
Yeah.
But at the base, like that modular architecture is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Do you like the way that one looked?
No.
Yeah.
No, it looks like something I drew when I was 8.
Yeah.
Like you're bored. I'm in 3rd grade. I'm just like doodling random stuff in my folder.
You know, that's how Michael still draws.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen this guy's handwriting?
It's the worst.
I'm pretty sure he stopped progressing at the age of like 10.
It's funny. Thank God for computers.
He's like, forget dexterity.
My handwriting
Also, have
is
you
the
seen him
worst.
type? Because it's like this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Seriously,
sad.
I found, so this was last year over the Christmas break. I go see my parents and I'm opening up some boxes of Christmas decorations and I find this picture that I had drawn in the 4th grade and I had written my name, like printed it on the back, exactly the same as it is now. No change.
And this,
Zero
and this is the
progression.
man. This is the man who holds your future.
This is my
in
boss.
His hands. Yeah.
I'm in charge.
Zero
What's up?
progression.
I write like a 4th grader. Seriously.
Awesome.
Yep.
Oh,
Good times.
that's awesome.
Penmanship is not my strong suit.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I love CES.
I'm
Do
happy.
you?
I'm happy to be
Every
here.
year,
So much positivity.
everyone
I love
y'all.
it, man.
Everyone
I love it.
complains
Way
about
to go,
CES.
team.
I love it. It's like I get to go. I get to see all this weird
Yeah.
stuff. I keep having to keep myself from cursing. I get to see my
I
reporter
do too.
friends that I never get to see.
Yeah.
And this year, especially with all the car stuff.
Yeah.
And the Internet of Things, because that's your favorite.
No, the
things.
Internet of Things is a big pile of crap. that's a mess.
Well, I'm glad that's
everyone
your
needs to
beat.
get their act together with the Internet of Things. Every year they're like, we got a lot of stuff. I don't.
It's
50
just
platforms.
More
I
of
don't.
the same stuff.
Yeah.
Just with a different name
and it's
this
still
year.
solving that
And
problem.
everything has an app.
Yeah.
It's still solving the problem where you're doing this. This was too hard, turning on that light. Oh,
It's
man.
so difficult, dude. Did you see the thing where it was like, literally, it was these two plastic things that you, like, they adhere to the light switch, and then it just, like, basically is a little
Push.
piston that
Yeah,
goes
it's
down
like-
to, like,
yeah.
flip the switch.
Like a
and you
little
put one-
plunger.
Like, so literally you can, you can turn your regular-ass light switch.
Is it a robotic
into the
finger?
Internet of Things. Basically,
That actually is what it's called. Yeah, it is a robotic
I mean,
finger.
that would be a lot more entertaining, but it's like this terrible thing that.
I think I just had $1 million idea, y'all. I'm out of here. I'm making a finger to turn on light switches.
This is what the world has come to.
You have
Basically,
to
so
use
can
an
tap
app
your
to
phone.
turn it on and off, though, right?
I can't be bothered to get up and walk 5 feet to the light switch.
Why was the clapper not good enough?
Yeah, exactly.
For real.
The Internet
The
of Things,
clapper was
it
better.
began and ended with the clapper.
Have we really progressed past the clapper at this point?
No.
Has
No,
anything,
actually,
has
no, not at all.
anything
It's a clapper
gotten
by a
better than
different
the
name.
clapper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of clapping, we have to tap our phones. I'd
The
rather
best-
clap.
We should just call
Right?
it the tapper.
No phones required.
The best Internet of Things device is the Amazon Echo.
Yeah.
And it's basically a really awesome clapper with a speaker.
Yeah.
Alexa, turn on this light, as opposed to,
Right, the clapper talks back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't have a song.
Okay.
So every time you ask
I'll do
Alexa to
that.
do something, okay.
I appreciate that. I mean, it's short and to the point, and
Yeah.
I don't want my gadgets talking back too much.
Yeah.
Siri's got a little too much attitude for me.
A little too sassy. You don't
Yeah,
like
I mean,
your.
when she's listening
You want your
to you, she
AI
doesn't
to
even- she's not
be.
even
Siri
paying
tells you,
attention
she's
half
like,
the
I've
time.
turned off the lights. Okay, I'll turn off the lights. Like, I don't need all that information.
Yeah,
the light
right?
just turned off.
Just
I got
do it. I know.
Economy of words, Siri.
Yeah.
Come on.
Get with
Shut
the
up.
program.
Save some processing cycles.
Who do you
Just
think
shut
you're
up
talking
and do
to?
as you're told, Siri.
All right. On that note, it's been lovely having y'all on stage.
Thank you, Andy.
Time
Ronnie.
for our next couple of victims.
Who's up now?
Richard Lawler and
Richard
Edgar
Lawler and
Alvarez.
Edgar Alvarez.
Come on down.
So these are the two gentlemen on staff that have the tightest sneaker game.
True.
Adam
And what are you
Gadget.
guys wearing today? Because
Yeah.
I don't think this is your tightest sneaker game.
I mean,
as-
Lawler's
as you
showing
know
out.
Oh,
Edgar,
no,
why didn't you wear the
these are pretty
Jordans,
there.
my man? You've been rocking those all week. That's your.
Don't want to wear them out.
Are
man.
those,
I hear you.
Are those
Yeah,
3D
that's
printed, or they just
only for
look
the
like
select
these?
few.
But these
Not
are some of
self-lacing?
Adidas' best shoes.
Okay.
This is
do
not
you
an
guys
ad.
want some of this?
I got this. This is not a. I'm not paid to say this.
This is the good stuff, by the way. You can't tell
All
because
right.
it's in a
So,
paper
so
bag.
just so y'all know, we have Richard Lawler and Edgar Alvarez.
I don't drink, so I'm good.
Me neither.
Why are you guys laughing? That's messed up.
There you are.
The lies people tell at CES.
Cheers,
Cheers,
gentlemen.
y'all.
Happy CES.
It's been lovely knowing you. I've got a new venture that I'm working on with Light Switch.
Oh, you're $1 million.
So this may be my last
I've
day.
heard
at
about it.
Engadget.
It should be a big thing.
The, the
Yeah.
Automagic digits.
I'm doing a little bit of consumer research right now. So what do you think? Brilliant.
I would not
I know,
buy
right?
it. I would lease one though.
What's that?
I would lease one though. Like, have
Okay.
you thought about that?
$5 a month.
I have not. Maybe a subscription service.
Yeah.
What's
there
your
you go.
elevator pitch?
Yeah, yeah.
What are we going to call it? What am I going to call it? Never mind. This is a discussion for myself. Richard, how has your week been?
It has been. It's been an interesting week. I think Devendra was really hitting on it when he said that this has been kind of a throwback CES.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like previous shows that I've been to where TV's dominated, where everything was brand new. We're seeing, just like you mentioned, turntables.
Yeah. Multiple turntables.
More than one, and
there
we're
are
actually
three notable ones that I can know of, and I don't care about vinyl.
We're actually discussing them, and people are taking them very seriously.
Yeah.
And that's the technology. I felt like I was walking through a Radio Shack, walking around the show floor, and that's a very odd feeling, like
Well,
like a late '90s
Not in a
Radio
good
Shack.
way, I'm assuming. That sounds like
Maybe 10% good, 90%.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even know because now that Nick Cannon's at the helm at Radio Shack,
Their new chief creative officer, is it, or something?
I don't know, technology person.
He's on to Radio Shack like
Alicia Keys to
like
BlackBerry.
Will.i.am, yeah.
I mean, I guess if there are Radio Shacks left somewhere,
I got one down
there
the
are.
street from my house. I bought something there once. An extension cord.
Radio Shack, the place
That's
where you
the
go
good
when
shit.
you
The
need
place to
cords
go.
and batteries.
I heard makers like it or something, like for circuit boards or something.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy like
You said that, right?
components.
That's what you said to me.
Yeah, that's why the Shack exists. You know what I'm
So
saying?
your favorite thing, though, I mean,
Surprisingly, not a TV, not like a Blu-ray player. The TVs, they look great. The LG
Yeah.
OLED won our best of CES again. It looks amazing, even better than last year.
Yeah.
I saw an 8K cable that Panasonic has.
a what now?
An 8K cable, to plug in your 8K TV that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
won't
yeah.
have for another 10 years.
Because
But
no one's making
the first
8K
time I
content.
saw 8K.
We're talking about a cord?
Yes.
Okay.
The first time I saw
Monster's
8K,
gonna
it took-
make one that's gonna be
it
like
took a processor
$3,000.
that took up like the size of, in front of this stage.
Sure.
And you need like 4 HDMI cables to plug in. They can do it in one tiny optical cable. When it
Wow.
arrives, it will make my life better. So I like it.
In a decade, when
Yeah.
8K is actually a thing.
I'm clearing out space now.
That's super
You're buying them
cool,
cables
Richard.
early.
I
Get in
grabbed
on the
2 when I was
ground
at the
floor.
booth.
Richard Lawler's starting a new investment firm. It's on 8K cable futures. It's amazing.
Get in on the ground floor, people. Tweet me.
It's your new beat.
Oh,
weekend.
man. So
Wow.
seriously, Richard, a cable is your favorite thing from CES
That's
2016?
hot.
It says
It's a
something
pretty high
about CES
cable.
this year.
Oh, it does. How many CESs is this for you?
I think it's 9.
Whoa.
Dang, Richard.
I'm pretty sure. So I think Terrence is like second. I think he was like at 8. So you've got
I
one
think
even
Terrence
on
is
out.
at 9 too.
Okay.
I'm going to be
All
here
hands.
in a different capacity next year, so you guys stop by my booth.
The finger. The digital digit. All right,
Edgar Alvarez, tell us about it.
Good week.
What have you been up to this week?
Man of many
I learned
words.
a lot of cameras, and they're
So
not that
what? It
exciting.
was the
It's one of
Nikon's new D5. Is that
yeah, the D5.
Is
I
that
think
the
it's the
showstopper?
Yeah, I think that one's definitely the best camera that was shown at CES. But
Does that one do selfies?
You could. I mean, people already take pictures with iPads and stuff, so basically you can do selfies.
But when you
with
need
the
a
DSLR.
camera that size, it's a self-portrait, right?
That's huge.
Somebody sent me an article saying that if you take a picture with somebody else in it, it's not a selfie, or if somebody else takes a picture of you, it's not a selfie. What the fuck's that about?
That's knowledge from Christopher Trout right there. Selfie knowledge.
That comes down from the New York Times, y'all.
Yeah, that's how you know it's real.
The New York Times is on it.
I also saw these self-lacing shoes, but there aren't any laces, so it's just
Right?
And they're really slow.
And they're also really ugly.
Did they? Yeah, they were. But did they market it as self-lacing?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, but it can also track your steps and stuff, so it's got sensors built into the sole. But yeah, they're definitely ugly. So
What benefit is it for you to know how many steps you took in a day? Really?
None.
I mean, I don't
You
care
can tell,
about
you
how
can
many
tell
steps
people
I've
how
taken.
many steps you took in a day.
How many steps did you take today?
I don't know.
Well, your sneakers don't tell you that?
No. These are for style only, not
Oh, you're
functional.
doing that throwback thing,
Yes.
CES style.
See,
Yeah.
You get the thing.
That's how it goes.
So did you guys have any particularly low moments this week?
I saw a robotic cooker that was basically just like a small heating plate with a stir.
A what now?
They were calling it a robotic, like 10-in-1 cooker.
Yeah.
It was basically just a hot plate with a stirrer on it.
That is sad.
Yeah, that was
real
not
depressing.
robotic.
It's like you're not fooling anybody. Come on now.
That you're really stretching at that point.
Yeah.
I am robot. I could just do that, right? Maybe next year at my booth, I will also market myself as a robot.
You're going to do a lot of things next year.
Hook myself up to a heating plate.
Trout's got big plans for CS 2017, y'all.
Yeah. Y'all will be giving me a Best of CES award next year.
We might.
You know how it gets in that judging room, man. It'll
It
be
does.
tough.
It's cutthroat. You better bring your A game.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I got
All
a
right.
year.
So, Edgar, anything else from
No,
the
I
show
think,
floor?
I think I agree with what Nate said earlier, that a lot of the press conference were also pretty underwhelming.
Yeah. You think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a bad thing. I like being excited about things, but not that some of the stuff isn't exciting, but I think we're just seeing very minimal upgrades to stuff. So
I feel like they've like backed off the theatrics because everybody talked mad shit about it, and I'm really kind of missing it. I don't know about y'all.
That's why I
like-
love Intel, dude. They're still doing weird stuff
Yeah,
on
yeah.
stage, man. They're bringing the show, which is important. You know?
Sometimes you got to have random celebrities show up.
Absolutely. And where were all the celebrities this year? No, not you, Matt.
Hey, I saw Manny Fresh, so.
I heard Nick Cage was here too.
Yeah, we saw that on Twitter. Disappointing that we missed out on
I just want to know where the Jonases are this year because I saw one of them last year coming out of the Gibson thing.
And Richard Dreyfuss.
Right, and it wasn't the one that everybody wants it to be, so. Anyway.
If it's not Nick, it doesn't count.
That's right.
Right. It's been lovely having you on our stage,
Yes.
but I'm pretty much done with you. So,
Yes.
Who's next? Do we have anybody?
I feel
Has
like
anybody not been up here?
I feel like
Where did
we need to
Heather
get
go?
Conrad and Stefan up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Time for some dev
especially
talk,
now,
y'all.
Especially now that Stefan is saying no. Yeah.
We know these guys are drinking.
Yes.
Hey, Edgar, you left your champagne on the whatever. I'll drink it. Would y'all like something to drink?
Of course.
Stefan? You're looking slightly peaked today. What'd you do last night?
Had a good night.
We'll just leave it at that?
We'll leave it at that.
Okay. Gorman, you want to talk? Because I'm multitasking right now.
I was just checking the time. I was giving the time stamp on us. We got 15 minutes left here.
So you want me to kill time for 15 minutes?
Nope. Pretty sure we'll be done with you in 2 minutes, so
So-
let's get to
Okay.
it.
You've been on a wrecking roll today.
Thank you.
I've
Thank
counted-
you. As I said earlier, I'm feeling myself. I feel like that one emoji that does this with their hair. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do too. Come on. It's this one. Keep on talking.
Conrad and Stefan basically keep the site running.
We have a new guy
You
as well.
fixed all of our problems. Oh, yeah.
We do our
Where's
best.
Colin? Is Colin here? Colin. Did Colin leave? Colin, come on. Come on. We'll get all three of y'all. You can share a microphone.
Also, if somebody sees
No.
Heather and Brett, get them around this area
Yeah.
so that we can pull their butts up here later.
Weak
What?
sauce.
Okay.
So you guys fix all of the stuff that we break, and like we tell you to make stuff work for us.
Yeah, our job is to clean up after you guys.
Pretty much.
Oh, hey!
Colin is a recent addition. He got baptized by fire this week.
It is his first week. It was his first day on Monday. We
Yeah.
literally walked into the office and I said, hey.
Would you like a glass of champagne, Colin?
Of course he does.
I think it's sparkling wine. I don't think we can call it champagne, but okay, this one's empty. But Edgar
Or not. Nope.
Edgar didn't drink his, so you can have that one.
Just pretend to drink it.
He didn't put his mouth on it. I'm pretty sure. And even if he did, Edgar's a pretty good guy.
Yeah. So this was all three of you. Is it your first time at CES? No,
That was my
first
second time.
It's that
Okay.
one. Where she's all like that.
Stefan, have you been at this
we
first
could-
one?
yeah.
Colin, it's your first CES. So, what was it like? How was the week for you guys?
Hectic.
Yeah. A lot of stuff
It looked
breaking.
like y'all were just sitting there. To
I
me.
know y'all were working a lot on our live blog editor at the opening portion
Right,
of the
we've got
week.
a new live blog.
And
Shane
of
to a
course, the
desk.
redesign. Y'all are still recovering from that because that
Yes,
was
and we
intense.
do have a new redesign.
Yes.
There's still a couple of features I'd like to see, and I'm gonna go ahead and let it out right now so that it's on camera and everybody knows. This
We're
is
gonna hold you
for
to
the
this.
record.
We're gonna get you on the record saying yes.
We were promised some pretty fancy pull quotes. Just saying.
Pull quotes are coming.
Okay.
Really fancy ones.
Can I get a timeline on that?
I'll put.
I want some practical expectations too, because I know how developers work.
We're live right now talking about work, giving me a deadline.
That's what's going on.
Is this what you pulled us up for?
Yeah.
Pretty
That's
much.
basically it. This is all an elaborate trap.
Also, I'd like to know what the highlights of your week were.
Oh, thank you. We did go and check out the Oculus once we broke the chains from
So
our
was this
wrist.
the first time you tried Oculus?
What was that?
Was this the first time you tried Oculus?
Their first time I tried one from like DK1 or something.
Sure. So, thoughts?
The
What
hype
was
is
it like?
real.
Yeah.
It's good, yeah. I think Sean wrote an article about like saying chill out brosif, like
Yeah.
the price is gonna go down one day.
Yeah.
It's first gen technology. It's really good.
Yeah.
So you would buy one day when
Yeah.
the price
Are
goes
you
down.
buying one? Are any of you gentlemen buying one?
Not yet.
No. You're
Yeah, I
waiting
mean,
for
like-
the second.
Gonna let it work out the kinks and then see how it is in a few months.
Okay.
I'm a bit of an early adopter. I might just go ahead and pre-order.
Well, I assume, do y'all already have like laptops or desktop
Laptops?
machines? I know that you can. I know that Conrad has a desktop machine that can easily run Oculus Rift, but I've never talked with this about Stefan or
No.
Colin. Do y'all have like machines at home that are already Oculus ready?
I've been waiting for VR to kind of manifest
Okay.
itself in the truest form.
Okay.
So I'm still
What
waiting
form
for
is that?
day.
The one where we can't tell the difference between real and whatever that is?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm living that right now.
And are you, so this is probably a dumb question, but are you going to build your own machine, Stefan, or are you going to buy
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
know
well, how
you
else are
build,
you gonna? Don't just go to freaking Dell and get a
Dell,
don't do
dude.
that.
Yeah.
No,
I
you get
hear
a you get a MacBook.
This is why
Clearly.
this is me getting you to talk about that, Conrad. So what
Right.
should people get?
Okay, so if you're into building a PC, a good site would be PCPartPicker.com.
Who?
PC Part Picker.
Okay.
PC Part
Picker.
Okay. So they'll help you make the call for like whether or not
Exactly.
you need a better graphics card, what
You can,
kind of processor, all that.
You can
stuff.
even compare.
Yeah.
Put all your parts together.
Okay.
And it'll ping, Amazon and different places and compare prices. It's good. Yeah.
Sure.
You could share the PC that you've built
Oh,
and
that's
get some
cool.
feedback from other nerds.
So you can just start with other people's builds and then modify as you want to.
Yeah, that's probably
pretty
good.
cool.
That's probably a good start.
Okay.
So, any particularly low moments for y'all this week?
Hanging out with you guys right now.
You're
Rude.
welcome.
Right
You're
here,
welcome.
right now.
That'll be all for the
That was
devs.
an attempted burn. It
Who's
just
up
water
next?
off a duck's
Heather,
back, y'all. It doesn't even affect
Heather
me. I don't
and
care.
Brett. No, I'm not kidding. You can go now.
I'm rubber and you're glue.
That's right.
Conrad.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Don't forget. This is the emoji for feeling yourself.
Okay.
So really, what?
No, I've had
hanging
a
out
great
with us
week.
was pretty
no,
terrible.
No,
I
no,
agree.
it's not. It's great. It's great
It's
up
tough.
here.
Yeah.
No, but we've had a great week. I mean, we just working hard to keep the site up and running. So.
Yeah. I can tell you my low light. It's been drinking champagne out of a plastic cup. And,
That's pretty low.
And pouring it out of a
paper
bottle
bag.
in a paper bag.
Paper bag.
I usually roll a little bit more classy than this.
Yeah.
You drink straight out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Classy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Yes, thank you, gentlemen,
It is
for all
now
the work
time-
that you do.
It is now time for our last couple of guests, Heather Frank and Brett Putnam.
Is Brett here?
Where's Brett? Okay.
Brett better
Thank you.
come
Don't
up to
forget
the
your
stage.
champagne.
Do we
If
have
you don't
any
want to
left?
drink it, pass it to Edgar.
Do we have any
It was
champagne
his in the
left for
first
Heather?
place. Oh yeah, we need. Do we have another bottle in the back?
I don't think we do.
We're out of champagne.
Yeah.
No, I
You
think we have
look
one more.
so
no?
good, Heather. Pick up a microphone.
No, we have
so
four.
that
We
people
have
can
four.
hear you.
There it is.
Still playing this music.
Thank you. Okay,
All right.
you guys talk. I'm
Yes.
gonna open this
Are you
bottle.
tired of this music yet?
I
no
love it.
way.
I
could never. It's so
That's
good.
'cause I picked
That's
it.
the Heathrow Franklin DJ special right
It
there.
is.
That's
Totally.
the walk-up
This
music.
is Heather, our something
She-
or other.
This is Heather Frank. She does things and stuff for us.
AKA Heathrow Franklin.
Yes,
I heard you guys plug me earlier.
we did.
I run the
Oh,
video
and we've got-
department with this guy.
Take that freaking name tag off,
Don't
Brett.
bring that on here.
It's not even yours.
It has a
Stop
logo on
lying.
it.
Stop trying to lie
That's
to the
just
internet.
tacky.
Brett.
This is my right hand.
Is that mic off?
I couldn't do anything.
Can we get
yeah.
Brett's mic on? Jason, please.
I can't do anything without him.
Can we please just make this run? God, I just so frustrated with Jason. No, I'm
So
kidding.
let's-
The folks that run the stage have actually been really good this week. Well done.
So should we talk about some highlights?
Let's talk highlights with Heather and Brett.
Oh my
So
God.
these are the
Oh.
two folks that make Engadget Video happen, along with Carrie Davis. You saw her earlier. We also have
Carrie!
Shivani and Jonathan and
And Benito.
Benito. They aren't able to make it because we've locked them in
Yeah,
a boiler
they're
room
still
and forced them
plugging
to
away.
stay at
They're
a computer and
editing.
work. And we appreciate them, but we're glad that we have two representatives from the video team on stage with us now. Heather Frank, how was your week?
It's been incredible. I mean, it's always like really hard, but really fun and exciting too.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of great moments. I can think of one in particular.
Yeah.
You know
was it
that
at the
my
Cosmopolitan
video,
Hotel?
my video has gone viral.
What video?
Can see why
my
it did.
VR video.
I took that video, and are you
Well, I
taking
know.
credit for that?
You know, I don't even know if I marked you, but I will.
So let's say
But-
what happened.
No, but here's
What
the
was
thing.
the video?
It's gone viral, and she didn't.
No,
she
no, no.
didn't
Listen, it's
credit
at,
me
It's
for
at
the video.
16. It's at
Good story.
1,600 views on Facebook. I don't even have that many friends.
What are
So
we
people have
talking
been
about,
sharing it.
Heather? Set up
Okay.
the
I'm not
bit.
surprised you don't have that many friends.
Good.
I have like 700.
Come
but,
on.
So
embarrassing
we
me.
actually tested out, or I tested out, Michael and I tested out a VR porn headset, the whole shebang.
It was a regular headset with porn
And-
inside of it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And they, at the last minute, they're like, you should check this out, Heather. And I had a very
Immediately.
natural reaction. Let's just say that.
You were
Which is
immediately
squealing.
visibly
Yeah, I was
uncomfortable.
squealing and
You were
it was-
trying to hide your face, even though your face was
Well,
already hid
I
by
just,
a VR
like,
headset.
to me,
I don't
I
know
think
if trauma is a natural reaction.
it might have been trauma. But I need them to do better at their casting, I think.
Yeah,
I think
that was
the
a big
casting
issue for
is
me, too.
hard for me. But yeah.
If you think it's hard for you, think about the people on the casting couch.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
You had an issue with the casting?
Well, the
In the
people that
VR
were
video.
in it,
Oh,
the
yeah.
actors were unsavory.
Unsavory character.
Wasn't great.
I don't know. Y'all, to each his
Unsavory
own.
would not
you know?
have been
Don't
my
be so
first choice of
judgmental.
words, but I'll take
Shit.
that. Unsavory. It was a pirate. That's what it was.
It was a sweeter set.
It was
Yeah,
pirate
it was
porn.
fun though. It's been really fun. It's lots of like interesting shoots, and my team is. I love my team so much.
Brett.
They're amazing, and you guys are okay, but
Just mediocre.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm comfortable with that.
I'm fine with that too.
Whatever.
I'm out of here after this anyway. 'Cause
He's
You
got
are?
I've got
his
a new
digital digit light switch situation.
digital digits.
Yeah, dude, this is what I'm here for. I'm the CMO.
so
This
hey, what
unnamed
was your
terrible
highlight,
company.
Brett?
I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
We're talking about Heather's highlights.
Inside baseball.
So, Brett, how was your week?
Thanks
at
for having me,
CES?
Michael. I really
You're
appreciate
welcome,
this
Brett
opportunity.
Putman.
I was the one that poured you the champagne. You didn't even thank
It's
me
really
for
good.
that.
It's really good.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I need to
Cheers.
pour
Yeah.
myself some. Never mind.
Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
It's almost over.
I am putting my mouth on this so nobody else can drink it after me.
That's what she said.
It's all you. So, Brett, how did you spend your week? I feel like you haven't gotten really to see a lot.
I spent 7 days locked in a room editing.
70? I thought we were only here
7.
for. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He literally sat in this room, this tiny space, like 5 by 8
Brett's a
feet.
machine.
Not a great story.
But he
Yeah,
was,
somebody called the
but
ambulance.
he was
like
in
a
a
great
good
story.
mood almost the whole time. He does
It
these
is.
little dances, and
Yeah.
he's a trooper.
And then let's talk about let's just get to the highlights. The highlights of the week was when you got to work with me to film the daily wrap-up shoots.
Oh, yeah,
right?
for sure.
When you got to be the human teleprompter, I know.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
your-
So I would hold the laptop.
Yeah.
Didn't have a teleprompter. Just hold it by the camera.
Or I held
Yeah.
the laptop
Yeah.
sometimes.
We'd
Yeah.
alternate.
It was
and
good.
then by the end of the day, we'd all be losing our minds.
Yeah.
They turned you off.
And we'd all be
because-
screaming
well,
and
for
somehow
obvious
get a
reasons.
video done out of
Yeah.
it.
So do you think you're going to get out of the editing room today, Brett? Will you?
I'm done.
Yeah.
Done right now.
So what do you want to see on the show floor then? Is there anything that you're like, I've got to go do that?
I heard there's some really good phone cases in the South Hall.
Yeah.
I actually want to see
Some Hello
the,
Kitty stuff too.
I want to see that turntable.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one that was in the awards yesterday. The Technics.
I don't remember that.
The Technics.
Well, there's
pretty sure
the
I was drunk at
Technics
the awards
wasn't. We had the
yesterday.
Audio Technica.
The
that
Audio-
was
Audio Technica.
One of the finalists. So the
Yeah.
wireless one.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want one. Do you think
Okay.
they'll give me one?
But yeah, I mean, probably.
I don't think that's allowed, but they probably would if you asked nicely.
They would probably
I
give
could
it to you,
sweet
but you're
talk
not
You
allowed
could
to
test
take
it for us.
Okay.
Sorry.
You could test it
I think
for
they're
us.
like $4,000.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's expensive.
It's insane.
But Brett, anything you want to see on the show floor? Are you a vinyl guy?
There was that really cool like flight sim thing.
Yeah.
Where you like lay down.
Yeah, that we
with the
talked about
VR.
the Crush.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
The ass up thing?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
no,
the
you're
ass
talking
up
about what
thing.
Velasco saw. Yeah, you want to go check that out?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Flying
Are you
through
ready
there.
to be exposed in that way to the rest of CES?
I haven't tried like VR since DevKit 1 of the Oculus.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And that made me motion
It
sick
is way better now.
immediately.
It's crazy
yeah,
now.
so I want to check it out.
Yeah.
Like the new generation of
You
it.
know what I'm dying to see is the Adele lip sync battle happening over at the Ford booth right now.
Yeah, that's always the best.
Oh, and
the Ford
Veronica just saw Nick Cave.
Nick
no,
Cage.
Nick Cage. I'm
She
sorry.
saw him. We saw
I would
photos
love
of this
to
on
see
Twitter.
Nick Cave.
Nick Cave is awesome.
CES.
Yeah. He's an incredible dancer.
Wait, Nicolas
Yeah.
Cage is here?
Nick Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage was here.
Awesome.
He
Yeah.
flew in and flew
And
out,
he looks
apparently.
just about as good as you might think he does. Pretty
So
sure.
horrible.
Can we talk about how healthy we feel?
Yeah,
I feel
super
fucking
healthy.
great. Pardon. I feel great. Whatever.
Also, we're almost out of time, but I see someone else that needs to come up on stage. Jonathan Hall.
yeah. He's gonna do a backflip onto the
Another
stage,
one of
and
our
if he does, he's
videos.
fired.
Jonathan.
Get it.
It's hard to get up here, right?
Oh, and Benito.
Here.
Come on, Benito.
All right, Benito.
We've got more of our video team. We want to get everybody up on stage.
And we got one last
if only
glass,
for the
so you guys
briefest
are
of
gonna have
moments.
to share.
Well, have her come up.
Sure, she can come up too. It's fine.
So
we're
we've
fine
got
with
the
that.
we've got the video team on stage. Jonathan Hall.
We really don't have much time to talk to y'all.
So you've been running all over Vegas this week. How has it been for you?
I lost track. I think I broke my Fitbit.
Oh no.
No, it just
How
like
many steps have you done?
9,000.
Many steps.
Does it go past 9,999? It just keeps going. Keeps going.
I don't buy that for a
You
second.
had your Dragon Ball Z Scouter moment where it broke everything. It was just too high.
Right. It's just like displaying like little triangles and stuff.
Yeah. I got you.
Oh, where's
So
Shivani
any
when we
highlights
need
from
her?
the week?
Chevy Bolt was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Omni was fun.
Did you Did you go out last night, Jonathan?
Maybe.
I feel like there was a certain aroma as you came on the stage, and I wasn't sure if it was because I was drinking my champagne or because.
I think it's because you were drinking the champagne, but also
I did bathe.
Jonathan had a good time.
Well,
last night.
sometimes
A couple of times,
sometimes
but it
you
might
just-
have been a
sometimes
might
you
have
just
been a
can't
champagne
get rid of
shower.
that stink. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Everyone's very tired.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
All
No,
right,
I feel great.
And Jonathan, I'm going to ask you to be the mic man. Hand it off. Benito Gonzalez also.
Hello.
How has the week been for you, Benito?
It's been all right. Like I
Yeah.
think the highlight of my week was at the very beginning though, when I got to go out with Carrie.
Gotta hold that mic closer to your face.
When I got to go out to the desert with Carrie to see that.
Oh, the
follow
drone shoot? Yeah.
That
It's
was
interesting
awesome.
that it
That
was,
was
an
good.
experience with Carrie that you like so much.
Well, the rest of my experience was in the trailer.
So that was the highlight of the week for you as well?
Yeah,
Benito?
pretty much.
Did you also go out and have a good time last night?
I kind of did, yes. I did.
Well done.
I had a wonderful steak.
The highlight of my week is we're being told to wrap it up. What? Well,
All
this
right.
has been fun.
Yes, that is all for now from CES 2016. Thank you all for joining us. This is us signing off from Las Vegas. We will see you next
Cheers
year
to
in
next year,
2017.
y'all.
Cheers. Salud. We'll see you next year.